10 times the live performance was better than the studio recording. This may be a hotly debated subject that we'll get into together, but hopefully you agree with my list, and if you don't, leave a comment down below. In fact, leave a comment on what you think is the greatest live performance when compared to its studio counterpart. When did they do it better in the flesh than in the studio? Let me know. And also, finally, I should give you my parameters for what I'm looking for in each of these performances. Number 1, it is at least paying homage to the original. I don't want you to Fergie up my Star Spangled Banner. Just give me the Star Spangled Banner straight, please. However, number 2, you can certainly embellish, in fact, and ignore number 1 if the embellishment is better than what is already recorded. We'll see plenty of examples of that happening. And the last parameter, does it make me feel something in my soul? Seeing music performed and hearing it is better than just hearing it, even if the studio recording offers something sonically that is different, you know, that wouldn't make my list. So all these things just improve upon the original recording and add a human energy. Hopefully your mind is blown at least 8 to 9 times, maybe 10 times in this video. Maybe even if you leave a comment and blow someone else's mind with your suggestion, we could just have a mind-blowing cult. Scratch that. Let's get into the video. Wait, I think there's an ad. There's an ad, but it's a good one. Hold on. Need guitar lessons? Check out Guitar Super System. It costs less than a pack of guitar strings and less than like 500 guitar picks. Sign up today. Good one.
10 times the live version was better than the studio recording. Number 1, Led Zeppelin, The Ocean, live at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, if you've never seen this concert, pause my video and go check it out. This is Led Zeppelin at the peak of their powers, their apex mountain, to steal Rewatchable's podcast term. The sheer tightness of this performance, it's like all the instruments are on steroids. You'll hear it as the band locks in. Led Zeppelin, there's just no band that sounds better than them. There are bands that can sound as good as them, genre and stuff aside, as far as a sound of a band. I'm just saying nobody surpasses them. They are the cream of the crop.
Number 2, Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, live in Pompeii.
Okay, this is a perfect demonstration for the concept of this video, because anybody who's ever found this masterful performance will unanimously agree that it is as good or better than the original recording. And the reason is because nothing is lost from the original, and the best parts of the song are enhanced, namely the guitar solo, where David Gilmour literally became a god in front of these helpless, unsuspecting Italians in Pompeii.
Steve Vai, For the Love of God, with the Holland Metropole Orchestra.
Slightly off the beaten path of mainstream, but directly in the middle of my path and many other guitar players. Steve's performance of For the Love of God is not only just incredible as a technical feat, but his compositional skills, his arranging skills. He created this entire thing and then recreated it into something even better. The song just became something completely different. It's the power of orchestra and music, and it's also the power of the song and it finding its real voice, in my opinion. Just listen to the crowd when Steve comes in. It's like goosebumps.
Number 4, John Mayer, Neon, Where the Light Is, live in LA.
You could really choose a lot of different songs from this concert being better than the original recordings, like, Vultures or Belief. They're all amazing. John was on one. I don't know what he injected into his veins. I guess just like a ton of practice. It was a magical night for sure, and I must have watched this concert over and over the years like 100 times. There's really not a song that I can choose that represents this video better than Neon. I mean, have you ever really listened to the recording of Neon more than once or twice? I just always listen to this version. It's just like, this is the song for me. And I know the song's sort of approaching Stairway to Heaven type coverage on my channel, but nobody seems to be complaining.
Number 5, Metallica, 1, S&M.
It's beautiful how orchestras and hard rock music go hand in hand, as we've already seen demonstrated by Steve Vai. And here we are again, joined by Metallica and the San Francisco Symphony to induce one of the most electrifying, magnetic, magical metal performances I've ever heard. It's just titanic is all I can describe it as, and obviously there are plenty of gorgeous moments in the slower, cleaner parts of the song, but this is Metallica, baby. The highlight is when the band and the orchestra actually fuse to become a huge titanium drill drilling through my face into my soul.
Number 6, Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison Blues, live at Folsom Prison.
The man wrote a song about how it sucks to be in a prison. In fact, a very specific, particular prison. And then he went to the prison that he wrote the song about and played that song for the people that essentially are living it. And so, what a concept. The cheers in this recording alone from the crowd are enough to like catapult this live performance into just iconic status. It's art in a way that like transcends music. Just goes to show also that it's not about how technically proficient you are as an instrumentalist. It's really about, can you keep good time and can you say something that means something to somebody? I don't know about you, but Johnny Cash's lyrics seem especially meaningful to those degenerate inmates.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
I mean, those are people who are incarcerated, you know, locked up forever, most of them, and they're cheering. So, I don't know, pretty cool stuff there. For some reason, it's human.
Number 7, Nirvana, All Apologies, MTV's Unplugged.
Well, when a live performance causes a guitar to become an iconic piece of rock history and go to auction to sell for the highest amount a guitar has ever sold for, I would say that that live performance probably was pretty special. Unplugged, first of all, great concept by MTV. Whatever happened? The Unplugged thing with this song is perfect to put on display all aspects of Kurt Cobain's musicianship, whether it's his voice, just how it fills up the entire room, and his rhythm is just on point. The dynamics with which he plays with what he's doing rhythmically on the guitar and, you know, singing like a voice of a generation. It's by far the best version of this song, and live performances do that. They make you think, wow, why didn't they record it like this in the first place?
Number 8, Porcupine Tree, Anesthetize, live in Tilburg, Netherlands.
I still remember jamming this song all the time in high school, driving around in my car. My friends' cars would have like Akon or T.I. or Soulja Boy or something. Maybe it would be kind of cool sometimes, but most of the time our musical tastes differed, and this song, I remember all my friends were always like, this is really cool, dude, like what is this? And so I always loved this song because it was you know, a bridge in the gap for some of my friends with different musical tastes. Some songs just, like I said, don't Star Spangled Banner me and do runs all over the place, or like, you know, sometimes you can mix up the harmony, but a song like this that's first of all very long, the vibe of the song matters. Recreating this relentless yet delicate sort of atmosphere is really important.
Only MTV, got philosophy.
Number 9, Dave Matthews, Two Step, live at the Radio City with Tim Reynolds.
Here's another person who always outshines his original recordings because of the dynamic energy in which he plays. Dave Matthews is just such a great performer. Everything he does is always new and fresh and additive. This makes his performances intensely, you know, moving one way or another. And when you add a master like Tim Reynolds into the mix, it's like one of the most vibey tunes of all time in general, but then he starts making his acoustic guitar sound like a violin. Like, what the heck is going on? You gotta listen to this whole thing. It's amazing.
Number 10, Jimi Hendrix, Machine Gun, live from the Fillmore New Year's Eve, 1969. Nice.
So when I think about performers in history, I think Hendrix has got to be on the short list of the greatest ever. The guy upstaged The Who. What more proof do you need? But this Machine Gun performance, it captures the sound of an era. Like, I know that sounds really corny, but there's substance in it. You can feel like the music is just part of the very atmosphere itself. Maybe I'm getting a little psychedelic. I don't know, I'm talking about Hendrix and it's happening. Look, there was crazy amounts of racial and civil unrest in the United States in this time period, 1969. You can research more about what was happening right around the time of this performance, but this song acts as like a time capsule. It can really transport you into a specific era and make you feel that, I think. Maybe I'm overthinking it because I love Hendrix, but if you listen to this, it just feels like you're somewhere else, whereas all these other songs have felt, you know, kind of ambiguous as far as the time. This recording really makes me feel the age and the soul and just like a different world almost. And his guitar playing is so far ahead of his time, it's not even funny. The univibe swirl thing that he's got going on with his tone that turns into the fuzz improvisation, the frenetic vocals, just is a blueprint of how to sound like Hendrix. If you want to like get his Hendrix nuances on, this 12-minute performance or so has the 101 for all things Hendrix. It's a secret map to his experimentation that you can explore over and over again. It's just Hendrix. He's the GOAT. Remember, he was the first one to ever sound this way. I know we all sound like this now, but he did it first. He invented. All right, honorable mentions: Prince playing Purple Rain at the Super Bowl. The Colts-Bears Super Bowl, two completely irrelevant teams nowadays. Sorry, guys. But you know, it was really nice of Prince to let the Colts and the Bears play a football game at his concert. And another honorable mention, pretty much any live performance of Hotel California by the Eagles ever is better than the original. And the original is great. But just any live performance of that, the guitar solos always sound a little cooler. There's always a little, even the acoustic adaptations, there's just always great nuances, and the musicians in the Eagles are so good that it's just so satisfying to hear them really stretch out on a song that's already wonderful. This has been a fun video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Until next time, keep shredding.